Greetings everybody, this is Leviathan here, and today I am going to be helping you out with your start to Season 14 if you choose to be a Demon Hunter. As you guys know, if you've been following along on the channel, then you know that Season 14 is starting up this coming Friday, June 15th, and we have all the previews of the Conquest, the Haedrig's gift sets that everybody will be able to get, all that good stuff. If you don't, then there's going to be a video link to that in the description, so check that out. And then also, of course, check out the rest of the stuff on the channel, because there will be a lot of great videos that have already been released and they're coming up in the future to help you get the most out of Season 14. But we're keeping it on the Demon Hunter today. So as you can see in front of you, there's a Diablo fans guide that I put together for doing your Greater Rift 20 with your 4-piece of the Marauder set. Demon Hunters will be getting a embodiment of the Marauder set for free out of their Haedrig's gifts. For those who just don't really know what's going on with that, chapters 2, 3, and 4 of your seasonal journey will be what you need to do to unlock a free set each season. And then this one in particular, Season 14, you'll get the Marauder set. By the time you get to Chapter 4, one of the objectives you have to do is a Greater Rift 20 solo. And so each season in the past, it's kind of become a tradition where I put together a little guide to help people out so they can get that Greater Rift 20 done very easily in case you need some direction or help, or you just don't know what skills to pick, or whatever will help you out. My testing always works with the worst conditions possible, so that knowing your start of your season will likely be way better than this, you will hopefully have all the advantages necessary to get that Greater Rift 20 done and fully unlock your 6-piece set, so you can get rolling into the higher difficulties, all the good content, and really get your Demon Hunter flying. So we'll talk about the testing conditions since that's important. I do have a video that's coming up. We'll show you a little bit of a stream highlight just so you can see how the build played out and whatnot. So stay tuned for that. And then of course, if you want the link to this guide, if you want to run through it on your own, it's going to be in the video description below again. So there's going to be a ton of links. Make sure you check out the video description. Plenty of stuff to get info on there. But here are the testing conditions. 0 Paragon. Make sure that I don't use any of those. By the time you're doing your Greater Rift 20, you might have a few levels behind you. I make sure that I don't use a follower, because you can also have a follower on your side, and maybe it has an Oculus ring that will boost your damage significantly. I only crafted just one rare piece of gear for each slot that wasn't filled up by a Marauder piece. We'll go over that in just a moment. And I didn't roll anything at the Mystic or anything like that, so like you of course can min-max your gear a little bit for more favorable stats. Even like put a socket in your weapon and get an emerald, that can be a huge damage increase. So I didn't do any of that stuff. And then I don't have anything in my Kanai's cube that would make me, have an advantage with the Marauder setup. So all those things have been taken into account. No legendary gems either, even though you could, go do a Greater Rift lower than 20, get a Bane of the Powerful, which is the guaranteed first gem that you get whenever you do a Greater Rift in a new season. And so that, could further help you as well. But I really just went bare bones, bare minimum. The 4 pieces that you get when you unlock the 2 first Haedrig's gifts are your gloves, your shoulders, your helm, and your pants, and the set bonuses that you'll be under for the Marauder set. For the Demon Hunter, 2-piece gives you all your pets, so your bat with hatred, your wolf with the damage buff, boar, so on and so forth, you'll have all those. And then the 4 pieces where you're going to be getting a little bit of help for damage. Your sentries will deal 400% increased damage and cast elemental arrows, chakram, impale, multishot, and cluster arrow when you do. So that's really awesome because you'll have a spender. And as most of you should know, the leveling experience for Demon Hunter from 1 to 70, once Chakram unlocks, it's a really great spender because it's very cheap, just 10 hatred, and then when you get Twin Chakram as a rune, you can get some really nice damage outputs, kind of your solid bread and butter, what you should go with. And so if you're doing that leveling 1 to 70, then this guide will allow you to take it one step further and help you get your full Marauder set unlocked. And you can even continue to use Chakram as you go deeper into your 6-piece set until you get more of a defining item like a Manticore or a Yang's Recurve, so on and so forth. But to quickly go over the rest of the skills, Evasive Fire with Focus, just the generator, in case you run low on hatred, get more back. Chakram, Twin Chakram, just talked about it, this is our spender, and when you cast this, your sentries will cast it too. Volt is there with Tumble, just to be able to bounce around. If you run into any dead areas of the Greater Rift, you'll be able to move through them faster. Companion, you get all the companions, so it doesn't matter what rune you choose. I just chose Wolf because whatever. But again, you get all your companions. Sentry Polar Station, you gotta have the sentry skill so you can get the sentries out there fighting for you. I like Polar Station in particular because you can drop the sentries right on top of mobs, slow them down with the little aura that's coming around the sentries, and there's some good synergy with the Cold Weak passive, which is a really nice damage boost for Demon Hunters. So when enemies are slowed, you'll do extra damage to them. Sentry, Polar Station will slow them. Nice synergy. Last but not least, Vengeance. With Seethe, I think in the video I actually used Darkheart just for more defense because I'm planning to play hardcore anyway, so you know, more defense is better. Vengeance is a weird skill though because you don't have a lot of CDR in your early life as a Demon Hunter unless you happen to find a Dawn early on or you're cubing it, so that could be useful, something to go with if you're trying to give yourself a little bit more of an advantage, try to get a Dawn. But you can throw any skill that works for you in there. I just go with Vengeance because it's kind of just a nice filler, and you can activate it when you come across an elite or maybe the Rift Guardian at the end just to get some bonus damage out against it. Speaking of hardcore though, the passives, I have Awareness because I don't want to die. You can swap this potentially to Steady Aim if you feel like you're safe or you don't care about dying, just to get a little more damage out of the setup. Custom Engineering, an absolute requirement if you're ever running a sentry based build, just allows you to get more sentries out. Cold Weak we talked about, damage boost for enemies that are slowed or chilled, and then Ambush is another damage booster, so when the enemies are above a certain amount of health, then we do extra damage to them. You could potentially change this as well to Steady Aim or another, you know, there's some movement speed utility passives like Tactical Advantage or some more defensive oriented ones like Perfectionist. So whatever you feel like you need, maybe that's the slot that you maneuver around a little bit. But that is pretty much it as far as the skill setup, the passives, and then the gear. Again, the gear is super duper basic. And I will go ahead and hop into the clear now just to get you guys rolling with that. And that's where I'll also leave you here. This is a stream highlight. My stream is twitch.tv/Leviathan111. I would love it if you guys come and check it out, especially as we roll into Season 14. I'm going to be doing a 24-hour plus marathon to start out the season on Friday. So you should definitely come on through. But even leading up to the season, we're just going to be messing around on stream, hunting rainbow goblins and stuff. So come check it out. And as far as this video goes, feel free to hop into the comments. Let me know if you tried this out and it helped you get your 6-piece Haedrig's Gift Marauder setup all done and unlocked and easy peasy. I want to know how it turned out for people. If you have any thoughts on the Demon Hunter in general, or questions, concerns, suggestions, plans, goals, I want to hear how your Season 14 is going to go. So feel free to hop into the comments. Let's talk it up a little bit. And again, feel free to subscribe to the channel because in the next coming days, I'll be unleashing a whole bunch of videos to assist you with Season 14 one way or another. So feel free to check out the content. It's going to be coming fast and steady. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for watching. I love you all. Peace!